Yeah, nice to have this webinar in English and show you our current solution, our new solution provisioning app with innovaphone. First of all, I would like to introduce you to Gigaset as a company. The slides are not now. Gigaset as a company. What we are proud of is our production made in Germany. We develop, produce, and plan in-house in Germany in one of the high standards factories in Europe. We have 120 years experience in telecommunication. We only sell on a two-stage sales model via distribution and specialist trades. We often get high-level awards as product and design leader in DECT, and we are proud to be the market leader in the DECT market. So why is Made in Germany a success story? We have the production in Germany, in Bocholt. There are 550 people developing, designing, and manufacturing in Germany. And with our high standard methods, we are also competitively producing with Asia and others. So the price we can scope in the production is very low because of the very good technology we use. Yes, with this good and best technologies we use in our productions, we have continuity quality, and we made in 2020 our 220 millionth Gigaset phone and got awarded as Factory of the Year several times. So yeah, we produced many phones, we know, and we upgraded our standards and developed that for you. Yeah, Made in Germany is not also producing in Germany, it's also an environmental thing. Our production and packaging material is 90% recycled. We use green electricity and try to use our resources as best as we can. Let's start with our beginning product, the N670 IP single cell. It's a single cell which you can add 20 handsets and use 8 parallel calls. If one single cell is not enough, you can add 2 other N670 cells to one mini multi-cell system without any license, and that's a solution. We are unique in the market that you can add several, up to 3 single cells to one mini multi-cell and use the specifications of 20 handsets and 8 parallel calls in the whole system, not like repeater. Yeah, let's talk about our N870, thinking DECT telephony bigger. Here also we have a small solution up to 10 base stations, which you have a device as all-in-one device. As you can see here, there is also an upgrade license. If you grow from the single cell and the mini multi-cell up to 3 cells and you need more coverage of area, you have a possibility to upgrade the N670 with an upgrade license to an N870. This is because we use the same hardware. It's just a software thing, so you never have to throw away when you're growing. So we grow with you. The small system from the N870 is up to 10 base stations, and all of these base stations are connected to one all-in-one. All-in-one means integrator, DECT manager, and base in one hardware. In this system, you have 50 handsets and 20 parallel calls. If this, if the company is growing more, you have the possibility to take the base function from the all-in-one and get an N870 as integrator DECT manager. Also, without any license, you can add up to 60 base stations to this integrated DECT manager and have 250 handsets, 10 calls per cell in a total of 60 parallel calls in the whole system. Also, sync over LAN and sync over DECT is possible. For the biggest installations, we have a virtual integrator. The virtual integrator is on a virtualization platform, which you have to pay the license for. And then you can add up to 100 N870 DECT managers. Every of these DECT manager needs a license on the virtual integrator. And as you see before, every DECT manager has the possibility to manage 60 base stations and 250 handsets. In total, in the biggest installation, we can have 6,000 base stations, 20,000 handsets, and 6,000 parallel calls. Here you can see the growth strategy. You can start with a single cell, go to a mini multicell, to a small system, and then grow up to 6,000 base stations and 20,000 handsets with the same hardware. Yeah, our license concept is very easy. All license are one time, no software costs over the time. So you pay one time for the license and get all updates, all new features. Yes, you have the handset license for the AML, which I will come later to, messaging per handset and messaging and location per handset, these two. Infrastructure license, upgrade license, and N670 to N870, virtual integrator, and N870 and N670 DECT managers. Yes, we have auto provisioning. Now also with innovaphone, we use security, we are scalable, we have a simple licensing model and can use a central management. The exclusive branch concept from Gigaset, as you have seen before, we can also add N670 DECT manager licenses to the virtual integrator. This is because you can have up to 300 N670 next to the 100 N870 DECT managers. This is used for big companies with stores. Like you have one production where you have a big N870 system and smaller shops where you have the N670, and also can use N670 mini multicell up to 3 bases. The important information is that the N670 has no roaming to other locations. So you can only use the N670, the mobile phones connected to the N670 on those particular locations. From the N870, you can also take your mobile device to another N870 location and get the roaming there. So we can have up to 6,000 N870 base stations and in maximum 900 N670 base stations connected to one virtual integrator system. As you've seen before, the base stations are in the same hardware. The only special hardware we have is N870E with external antennas. They have they come with these black antennas from our factory, but you also have the possibility to connect any third-party antennas which use TNC connectors to cover specific areas, outdoor bases, or other situations. Yes, what's our message? Our system grows easily with the size of the company and adapts to the communication requirements from small to large, from local to international. These are our current devices. Our NR700 as protective device with IP65 protection. It is a rugged phone, which means you can drop it and it's more sustainable. We have our business phone S700, which is used in the most office locations, and our premium device SL800. These are the three devices we are fully supporting with N870 and 670, and is the actual line of the devices. All of these devices has a 2.4 TFT display. This is because of the AML, that all alarms look exactly the same on every device. Our handsets use Bluetooth standard. We have a handset provisioning and an optimal price performance ratio on the market. We only manufacture to integrate single and multi-cell in one system across spatial boundaries. That means that we can connect all of our devices in one integrator system. We have high level of investment protection because we can grow with the customer. We have upgrade options and the best price performance ratio in the market. And also devices with large displays, so you can use it very well. Yes, one short introduction in the Gigaset Ion. It's also supported from innovaphone. It's a UC device connected via USB. Let's not deep dive this product, but I wanted to show it to you because we have an integration with innovaphone. There are several use cases like on business trips, meetings. Yes, you can have a look if you're interested. But now we come to Gigaset alarming, messaging, and location. We developed AML interface which allows us to connect to alarm server. Alarm servers are used in healthcare, industrial sectors, public areas, and utility companies, and many more. What did we do? We now communicate via MQTT in both ways, and also have the possibility to get SIP messages, which our N870 and 670 changes to an MQTT message and send it out to our devices. All of our Pro handsets are supported. We have base monitoring and handset monitoring. That means that we also inform an alarm server if some problems like devices are dropping out or handsets are not reachable anymore, so we can alarm it to an alarm server. The R700 we've seen before. There is a function key to set alarms, but in order to have all functionalities that are required from the market, we also integrated the Unify M3 with all of his special sensors like man down and cord alarm and so on. So we also can provide a device which is fully supported for such use cases. What can our alarms look like? We can individual the text, color, and title from each alarm. We can control the volume. We can mute, vibrate. We have different soft key options like which can be defined from the alarm server, and we have different priorities. Like prior 1 is the highest call alarm. So if you have a current call running and you get a prior 1 alarm, then your call is cancelled and the alarm is shown, so that we can be sure that this alarm always is shown well. We have different symbols and colors, and so we have very much varieties of alarm functions. Next to the messaging, we have also location. We can all our device handsets use DECT, use Bluetooth, and with this Bluetooth we also can be added to Bluetooth beacon infrastructure and can be used as Bluetooth beacon and Bluetooth receiver. Also, we can use the DECT measurement so that the handset checks which base station can it see in which values and give this information back to the alarm server. If you want it more precisely, you have to use the BLE beacon infrastructure, which we can be integrated into it and be used as BLE beacons and BLE receiver. The added value of Gigaset and AML: manufactured independent solution through open interface. Application run directly between alarm server and handsets, even if the telephony system is defective or down. That means that we are only communicating directly with an alarm server, so there is no SIP registration needed for our alarms. In time of cloud solutions, Cloud PBX is this probably a good solution. We can provide better workflow and more workplace security. This is just one alarm as it could look like. These are the alarm partners we are currently supported, and we're already in ongoing discussions with many more. Yes, we don't leave you alone. We have our training academy and our wiki. The wiki is very good documented of all our technology solutions and how to configure it. Release notes and product informations are also listed there. Why are we unbeatable? We have a German support, only manufactured to integrate single and multi-cell in one system across spatial boundaries. Unlimited and individually scalable. Our Tier 2.4 TFT display is on all telephones the same. We have investment security and, of course, the best price-performance ratio on the market. Yes, that's our team. Dennis Timmermann also here helping with the chat. I'm as technical sales in Germany from the south, and this is the rest of our team. So let's have a look to our new provisioning app. I already installed the app and set in space a database so that we can start from here. On the other side, I have it's an N670 in this case, which I already changed the DECT ratio, the frequency from first login, and changed my password. So we need a MAC ID from our device and can now start from here. We have the SIP domain. No, domain var. Very important here is from the PBX password. We do not support the equal signs and numbers and so on as innovaphone does. Like innovaphone use very special characters. We also support special characters like question mark, exclamation mark, dots, and so on. But yeah, innovaphone is using more than we can understand as N870 and N670. So you have to be sure that you don't use very special characters. We also will inform you with a list which characters are supported. So then you need the MAC ID from our device. It's in the status information or on the packaging. You have to add the IP address and the admin password for the device, the DECT frequency, and then you could also use a directory, innovaphone directory, or an own LDAP directory, which will be provisioned to the device. Let's save that here. Now you can see here the provisioning link has changed. The new link must be copied into the Gigaset manager. Here is the link. We copy that and go to our Gigaset system on settings, system, provisioning and configuration, and add this URL here. Start auto configuration and provisioning successfully. So then I log out here. And save the settings. Settings have been saved. You have to log out before you save the settings on the innovaphone. Log out on the N870 before you save the settings. And now I can go back here and use the users admin and go to my device and say register phones, new phone, and then I can use here my Gigaset device. I selected from me in Karlsruhe, and here I will add the EPUI of our DECT device. I have to start it. The EPUI is listed on the packaging from the device. In the under the batteries, but also you can go in the menu and press asterisk router 06. One moment. Yes, service code, and then you can add the EPUI from the device here in the innovaphone app or devices app. Press next, finish. And now I can start the registration on my device, because from the provisioning the base station is now able to add the device. Now I will get a system pin to acknowledge that I'm allowed to add this device. It's connected, and if we go on our, maybe the innovaphone is still logged in, I will check. It's mobile devices, and as you can see here, the device is connected. Right now I don't have much installed on the innovaphone PBX, so no calls and stuff. It's just for you to show how to connect our device to the system, and also you could change here the display name, as we can see here, Innova. If I log out again, if I confirm that, it changed directly to innovaphone. So yeah, provisioning works. All the informations are shared with our device, and yes, that's our integration so far. You can see the device here now, and it's opening. Yeah, I don't have any licenses, so I cannot make any calls, but yes, that's the integration, and I would start some questions.